Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Only Stupid Answers. I'm DJ Woldridge.
I'm Roxy Stryer.
And we're going to review the latest episode of Titans. Titans Season 2, Episode 11, EL Space O. With Dick still in prison and Gar under the microscope at Cadmus, the remaining Titans are called together to save their teammates. There we did it. I got there.
It was worth the wait.
Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about this very confusingly titled episode because it's the space is for K. It's Elko. Mm-hmm. Everything's leading our characters to Elko. Mm-hmm. We kind of stop in with
alcoholism.
They're all on their way there. It's very sad.
Which I get. As you've seen a lot of death at this point.
Yeah, they sure have. So Dick is still in prison in solitary, fighting off a cold.
Is that what you think is happening to him?
With
He's fighting a cold.
That's what they say. That's what imaginary Bruce says to him.
Right.
Which I feel like if this isn't Jericho or some external entity giving him these visions, he really needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I agree because I get sick a lot. Yeah, and that's not what it looks like.
But it's not even before that when imaginary Bruce showed up. It's like if you're hallucinating a person, you need to have your brain looked at because you've taken a few conks on the noggin.
Yeah, a few too many for sure.
Yeah.
And also get on the cold floor. It will all be better now.
It'll all be better.
How did you
listen, Bruce's parenting wasn't the best, okay?
I mean, I remember when my mom and dad told me to go find a cold floor.
Exactly. And they were just like, they coddled you and they made you weak. So that's what we learned. That's what we're learning.
It is true. It's hard for me to even walk up the stairs sometimes.
See, so there you go. So, Rachel kind of deals with the aftermath of her demon.
Yeah, but that was weird because sup with the fact that she immediately was like, I didn't do it.
Yeah, but that definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, it was not me. Yeah. And it was like, first of all, you have stated many times you're clearly unaware of your own powers.
Yeah.
And second of all, it was absolutely you.
Yeah, what else could it have been? You thinking packs of coyotes are roaming around San Francisco eating people?
Because they say he was attacked.
Yeah.
By you.
Yeah.
And the powers you can't control.
And then she decided, then she got like a mystical message to go to Elko. She's like, well, I guess I'm done with this and I'm out.
Yeah. And also with the friend, that was strange too, because there's a lot of, we see a lot of TV and in real life, people who have been abused.
Yeah.
But even if you are getting the living crap kicked out of you, I've never seen a portrayal where somebody was just 100% like,
hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he's dead. Moving on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no mixed feelings at all.
Super stoked. He's been horrifically mauled.
And I'm not saying that there should be mixed feelings, but I'm just saying I've never heard of a person be like, okay, well, da-da-da.
It was weird for the show to not really engage with that. I'm hoping we're going to figure that out down the line. We have to
who is this girl?
It's such a weirdly specific choice to have Raven's powers go haywire like that for us not to engage with it.
Yeah, but also to introduce this character for 2 episodes and have her be such a strange duckling. Do you think she's somebody we don't know who she is yet? Or do you think that she's just here and gone and was
I think she's here and gone.
Wow, that's weird then.
Yeah,
we spent a good amount of time with her.
Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Meanwhile, Gar is getting the worst of it because he's getting this poor character. He accidentally killed somebody last season. He's kind of been sidelined the most of this season, and now he's getting his brain tinkered with.
Anytime that they were showing us that shot of them messing with the brain, I could have done without that.
It was a lot.
The brains on this were creepier than any of the brains on iZombie ever were.
That's true.
This freaked me out. It made my head feel weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also I had a hard time deciphering what was real and what wasn't. Because when they show us Rachel coming into the room.
Yeah, at the end of the episode. Yeah. But
then that's what he's seeing.
Yeah.
And then we see the other girl in there. I was like, so wait, is this girl are they making him think it's Rachel in his brain? Or is he seeing that? Or he's so, did they know that this girl's going to die? Did they poke something in his brain to make him kill this girl?
Yeah, I think the plan is,
or did he
we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I think the plan is that they're going to let him back in and then give him the key phrase or whatever, the music that cues him, so he'll murder the Titans, which I don't know why Cadmus cares.
So you don't think he figured out what they were doing and attacked this girl? You think the other girl clearly made him? Yeah, I think
Mercy Graves activated him to kill this poor classic supervillain stuff where your underlings are expendable, I guess.
But I kind of love that because I picture the job interview between Mercy Graves and whoever this chick was.
Yeah.
Her going in being like, I'll do anything you need.
Great.
Anything.
Yeah,
Perfect. You're hired.
Yeah.
Bye.
But I'm so underqualified. Don't even worry about it.
You won't be here for long.
Yeah. We're just going to shoot you right up the ladder. And then, meanwhile, Starfire is, I guess, just trying to figure out what to do.
So when we think she's on her ship flying home, but then she's not.
She's drunk in an arcade or something.
She's just hammered there.
Yeah.
How is that just what she's been doing the last several weeks?
Yeah.
And that dude.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Why? What is she doing, kicking that dude to the curb?
Yeah.
He looks like that, and he's a licensed psychiatrist, and you're like, get out of here! Like, what? What are you doing? Keep him.
Like, you wanted to bang him so bad, but then you did not.
Yeah, but then you found out he had emotional depth, and you're like, I can't do this anymore.
That was such a funny move. Also, I wanted him to stay on the show for my own benefit.
Yes,
and felt like a tease to me. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope
not her. The show.
He leaves the card. It's like, yes, keep that card. What are you talking about?
Wow.
This guy seems like a real catch. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was strange. But it's funny that she's the one who seems to have her stuff together the least right now.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it's like she's kind of in the position of the show with her storyline where there's not much she can do about it. Like she doesn't have any ship. There's no way she can deal with her sister. And also, if you're the ones creating the show, it's like we can't go to Tamarind. Like we just can't.
Yeah, she's got to stay here. So
you know what I mean? Great that HBO Max is willing to throw Green Lantern all the money to have him dicking around in space. We have the DCU money. We can't be doing any of that.
Yeah, I love this actress. The character's starting to get a little stale for me because of that.
Yeah, and it's tough with our original cast. You're kind of getting crowded out by the. It's weird. They're the original cast, but they're getting crowded out by the original Titans. Yeah.
I was happy, though, that in this episode, by the end, again, jumping a little ahead, that we are at least clearly giving her something to do. Now she's back on a team with a mission.
Yeah, and I think, and before we get more into that, I think the only other people we stop in with are Rose and Jason, and I thought that was the weakest of the bunch.
You want to know what's weird is that I agree with you, and I was really liking what they were doing previously with them. This is, first of all, I'm just getting to the age where I'm having a hard time watching minors make out.
Yeah, fair.
So
agreed.
And that's a problem for a lot of our shows.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to root for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually are minors.
That's a good question because Raven is. It's like they might be.
Yeah.
It's one thing when it's like Riverdale, it's like these 30-year-olds are making out. It's like whatever.
Whatever. But yeah, they just look like
they're young. Yeah.
They look young. And so I'm like, But then also
Rose this is the first time I noticed Rose's wig is really weak.
Her wig is really weak.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between them was not that great this episode. And that West Side Story moment, coming from a girl who absolutely loves West Side Story, was actual hot garb on the show. I was like, you're really going to do all the lyrics?
Here's why I don't think it works. And maybe why you and I, other than the minors thing, why you and I are kind of like, ugh, is I think what made them interesting is because they're like the outsider, rebel, whatever. So giving them the sweet whatever, it's like, that's not right. That's not who these people are.
Totally, because he's like, I've never felt this way about another, I've always been the person to run. And it's like, and so why aren't you now? Because that's what I'm unclear about.
Yeah. What changed?
You've convinced me that you're both these two runners.
Yeah.
And now one of you just all of a sudden is like, but I'm in love.
Yeah.
It's
These
like, wait, what?
broad declarations of love. Like it'd be one thing if we see through their interactions with them, maybe acting out. They talk about they're taking on drug dealers with some of that. It's actually what they depicted really well with Hawk and Dove is you don't need Hawk and Dove to do these big declarations of love. In their dysfunction, you see they've made something work in that.
Yeah.
And you'd expect something from that with Jason and Rose as opposed to like, you're the best. What's happening?
What do you think about Rose's call to her father?
I don't know if it makes any sense.
So clearly she's been working with him.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What has she been doing? Is she the one that moved stuff around a couple episodes ago to freak everybody out?
Maybe he sent her there just to keep watch?
What? I don't know if that
What if he's not him?
Yes, maybe. but there's that. The other thing that doesn't quite track for me this episode is throughout the episode, particularly our female characters are getting clues to go to. We didn't mention Dawn. She's just driving. That's it. She's the least traumatic out of everybody and dealing with her breakup.
What was the deal? What song did she stop on? And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't remember.
This is too much.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It
But
was some we're going to pick lyrics that match exactly how this woman should be feeling right now.
Oh, you don't own me.
You don't own me yet. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a little on the nose.
Wasn't that Harley song in Suicide
Squad? Yes, 100%.
Yeah, that was it. The whole thing was.
They have the rights to it.
We already pay for this shit.
It's in the Warner Brothers vault. So they're getting signals, really weird, abstract, specific signals that direct them to the Elko Diner in Nevada, of all places. So they all have to leave San Francisco to go to Nevada. And what we're led to believe,
but they all just do that.
First off, cool seeing our female cast members all together, because I don't think we've really seen them in that function. It's like this is a cool cast of ladies.
Thank goodness for that. And then we also get a Birds of Prey reference later on. Actually, somebody said that. Was it?
No, I didn't catch it.
Literally, I think it was Bruce that said, "Be like a bird." He said.
He was talking. No, he was talking to Dick Grayson. He's like, "Be a bird of prey."
Be a bird of prey, which I thought was cool because this is the first time that we've seen
the ladies,
at least any of our women together. So I think that this was a very let's do DC women references right now, which I appreciate because the show has been falling behind on those.
Yeah. So they're all together, and what we're led to believe is that Bruce made that happen. He had
that part made no sense.
Yeah, he had an Elko Diner ad,
a donut thing.
What?
I didn't.
So does he own the diner? How did he get Raven's voice to do the fake call to?
Oh, so many questions on this. First of all, so he created a radio spot and a commercial.
Yes, and was able to control Dawn's car radio and Starfire's know where they were, hack those things, and send those ads,
and also have Raven's voice.
Yes.
And then also he picked donuts because he felt like he knew that Starfire would want a donut.
That's a great question.
Because
and also, do we know that she loves donuts?
I have no idea. Okay. But why this diner?
Okay, can I just pause? I think it's insane because I thought it was like a supernatural, because this show was very heavy-handed. Like, wait, could it be Jericho? We all know he's not dead. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you needed to tease it out that much. So I assume Jericho maybe was doing this.
I kind of thought so too, or
something supernatural,
or something from where Starfire's from, or something something had,
or something with Trigon, something.
Trigon too, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's
Raven, some situation with her, everybody joining together the universe was doing some crap.
But I guess maybe what the show's trying to do is present Batman as that much of an A-lister that it's like, yeah, Superman can fly and stuff like that, but Batman's so good at hacking and tech that he can make this happen.
I hear that, but it seems so dream sequency eerie that it didn't connect for me at first. I was
Agreed.
Like, wait, so you guys all are walking in here, and I just watched Bruce walk in here, and I'm still confused on how did this happen?
Yeah, did the supernatural thing contact Bruce too?
That's literally what I thought at first was, but why'd they call Bruce?
Yeah.
Like, who did that? And then when we see that that's not the case, I'm just thinking, there were so many other ways to show us Bruce doing this.
Yeah.
Why did they
give
choose
them a phone call?
One? Yeah.
Also,
if Bruce
why make
Wayne
them
calls you and says, "I need you to meet at this location"? I feel like any one of these people would have been like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, except maybe Starfire, because I don't know if she really has context for who he is.
Yeah,
she hasn't been around enough to be like, "Oh, Batman," you know what I mean?
Fine, do the donut thing with her. I don't know, but yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
It made no sense. It didn't make sense. I love that we tried to get them all in one place, and we did that. I don't understand why and how that was the reason that the show. Like, imagine the writers' room on that. The show's like, here's how we'll get them together.
Also, why isn't Batman just going and breaking them out? If he wants the girls to go help Dick, you're fucking Batman.
I don't think he does. His pitch seemed to be more about them all standing together and wanting to know that they could all do this together. So I don't think this is like, if I fish for you, you'll eat for the night. If I teach you to fish.
Yeah.
I think that this is that moment. But weird moment to pick, bro.
Yeah.
Go get your dude and then teach them that.
I like that they were all together. I did like them interacting with Bruce. I also did kind of like that Starfire undercuts it. Like, wait, so Bruce Man's just going to mansplain to us that we need to be a team or whatever? Because I don't know if it was quite mansplaining, but it was weird. It's like, Bruce Wayne's the one that's supposed to get all these women to team up
Solo
or whatever.
Dolo Bruce.
Yeah, so I'm glad that Starfire
yeah, I like that too.
undercut it a little bit.
I did think though that was exactly not mansplaining, but fine. Like,
yeah, but still weird. Sure. Like, yeah, like,
and you're from a different place, so maybe you don't understand our terminology. Like, I'll let you have that.
And it was also weird that immediately they're like, cool, well, so we're gonna split up now. Cool, all right, bye, everybody.
I actually did like that though, because I thought that it made sense that Dove was like, "Yo, I hear you." But he got himself into this mess, and we have boundaries now.
And also,
same with Donna, they were just like, "No."
Also, she's right because they go say he's already gone. So clearly, she was right. Minka Kelly is so good.
She's excellent.
Because I like the they don't hit you over the head, because the original concept of Hawk and Dove is he's hawkish and about war and violence, and she's dovish and not about violence. And instead of hitting you over the head with that, it's just little things like her knowing sign language and being able to communicate with Jericho.
Yeah.
Her being able to like, Raven, I'm not going to side with you, but here's why, and explain in a way that you're like, I can't even be mad at you. Yeah, like,
yeah,
it's really sweet.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Though? Why did we take the time to scratch Jericho is alive?
Yes.
Into the prison cell? Is it because we knew that Raven was going to come for us?
Good question. I guess he assumed somebody was coming.
Or was that in his sick state that he was like, just like
Jericho's alive. And with what?
I don't know how he did that or why or what happened, but like it looked like it took forever. That was a massive thing. And he, for some reason, either he was just like, F this, I can't wait for Starfire and Raven, who I think are possibly going to come for me because Bruce Wayne, my imaginary friend, told me so. Or he was like, the etchings of a madman. Either way, kid needs help for sure.
Yeah, he needs to talk to somebody. I will say, is much as it implies that Dick Grayson has serious brain damage, I actually like Imaginary Bruce a lot. I think it's the most fun Ian Glenn has playing the role.
Yeah.
Like, I like Snark. It's like, I kind of wish, I don't know if we've seen enough of him to know that he's not this way, but it's like, I like snarky Bruce Wayne. I'm a big fan.
I didn't like the whole episode of Imaginary Bruce. I didn't love that one.
Yeah.
Of the first time that we got a whole episode of that.
Yeah.
But this time it really worked for me.
And I like it too because it says a lot about not only how Dick perceives himself, but it does read and how Bruce raised him and everything. And also it's imaginary, but there's an extended fight sequence between Bruce and Dick. And by the end, it was very much like Dick versus a stunt double with the lighting. But when it starts and they're in the cell, I'm like, oh shit, I buy Ian Glenn as Batman. Like for the first time, I'm like, oh shit, that guy's Batman. You know what I mean?
Agree. That was really cool.
Yeah, and
that was really cool.
It was nice to know, because the whole time I was like, oh, dude's too old.
What's so fascinating talking about this is like there were parts of the episode I clearly really loved.
Yes.
And then there were parts it's not that I didn't like them, it's that they don't
track.
Sense.
Yeah, they're
track.
disorientingly weird.
It doesn't fit with the show and what they've set up. So I just don't know why they did that when there were other choices they could have made that would get us the same result.
Yes.
We could have had the girls all meet up in a way that made sense.
Yes, agreed.
And they just chose not to, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think there was when you talk about the writer's room earlier, I think there was a lot of ideas and they kind of just put them together as opposed to like a cohesive, we just need to get from A to B, and we had like 3 different ways we could do it, and we kind of just did all of them.
And some of those ideas totally worked.
Yeah.
And some of them totally did not.
Yeah.
And they were just like, that's okay.
Yeah.
You swing, you miss.
Listen, we've got a deadline. We gotta get to the other stuff. So how do you think the rest of because we have Cadmus brainwashing Beast Boy, and we've established.
And where is Superboy?
I guess somewhere else in Cadmus.
A different cell?
Yeah,
okay.
We just didn't see him. They couldn't afford to have that actor show up this episode. We had to pay Ian Glenn.
That's actually kind of a bummer because I'm loving him.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's excellent.
Yeah, he's so much fun. And so we've got Cadmus that we need to deal with. We need to say Beast Boy. And we've got Deathstroke, who the way it's set up is he's not only... The way it's positioned, I was interpreting it that Jericho is living in Deathstroke, which is true, but the criteria it's put under is basically he's holding Jericho hostage, and it's implying that he's holding the mom hostage as well. And so he's basically forcefully trying to get his life back. So we have to stop Deathstroke as well. How do you think? I think we have 2 more episodes left. I think it's 11, so we have 2 more left. How do you think the next couple episodes are going to play out?
Well, I just don't know how we could get Jericho to be alive again in his own body. And
that's tough. And I want that actor back because that actor was really good.
Me too. I would like to see that. I just don't know how. Maybe they just don't rationalize it and they just do it because that show seems to do that sometimes.
The only thing I think they could do with the introduction of Cadmus, you do have cloning. So
Okay.
maybe you could clone him a body. I mean, that's a lot to get done in 2 episodes.
And with Superboy being there, I don't know, because
Yeah.
like how many? I think that people have a hard time when you have clones or petri dish made people to like fully trust them on screen, and having multiple characters like that are
Yeah.
full time might be difficult. But I think that by the end, we are going to see everybody join together again, one big happy family of this season, and then there will be some issue that we didn't catch.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't know what that is yet, but because we know we're going into 3, but I don't know if they knew that by the time that they finished filming this. I think that they're probably going to have put a bow on it, and then like have opened that bow slightly for just in case we got.
Yeah, maybe we shot a stinger in case we didn't get it, and now they're like, okay, cool, we can do it.
Yeah,
we can
so
do it.
I think Deathstroke's storyline is going to be wrapped out.
Agreed. I think I think one episode's going to wrap out Deathstroke and one episode's going to wrap out Cadmus. It'd be weird if we do Deathstroke before Cadmus. So maybe since Dawn and Wonder Girl are going to go find Beast Boy, maybe that happens next episode, and then we wrap out everything with Deathstroke in the finale. Maybe since Slade has been kind of keeping Jericho on lock and key, maybe they flip. Maybe Jericho keeps Slade's body, but he's the one. There have been versions of the Titans in the comics where Deathstroke's a part of the team.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see if it's Deathstroke's body, but Jericho's piloting it.
But how do you feel that Jericho feels about the Titans right now?
That's a great question. It's complicated.
Yeah.
But he does try
Probably not like stoked.
Yeah, but he apparently does, because we see that he does a little bit of sign language when they were doing their meeting. So he at least wants Slade taken care of.
Right.
So maybe if they take care of that, maybe they'll be good.
Where is Slade sitting?
What do you mean? Just in the den.
Yeah, like
Yeah. He's watching TV with his boy.
It was a little jarring for me.
Yeah.
Because you don't think about villains.
Just chilling.
He was like at home hanging.
Yeah, he's in his little polo shirt.
Yeah.
Having a brewski.
In like basically a massage chair.
Yeah.
His,
I wish it was. I wish it was going while he was sitting there. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna stop chilling because Dick Grayson's here. Are you kidding me?
that was just really, really a strange thing to watch.
I do hope they don't kill Deathstroke, because I think he's a really cool antagonist, and so I wouldn't mind if he was able to, like, is incarcerated or gets to show up for an episode next season or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean by
Or
wrapped
give him a
out.
spin-off series.
That'd be
I'd
so
watch
cool.
the hell out of that.
By wrapped out, I don't mean that we'll never see him again. I just think that the show needed to hedge its bets and was like, we can't keep an open-ended, do it they or do they
100%.
not get Deathstroke.
Yeah, they can't, for a variety of reasons, they shouldn't do what they did last season.
Yeah.
Last season was the second to last episode that they ended on. But
which made this beginning of this season quite strange, actually.
yes, very weird.
Yeah.
Because the first episode was like half of the last season finale and half of like, hey, here's the new shit.
And it was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you know what? I'm here for the new shit. The new shit looks pretty cool.
Whatever about that stuff, I'm here now.
So what would you rate this episode?
It was not awful by any means, but it was not the best that we've had this season. So I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Cool. I would give it a 7.5. I agree.
I was debating 7.5, but it's too many holes.
Yeah, I think it was one of the, other than what we were just talking about the first episode, this episode reminded me the most of the first season, where things just don't kind of like connect up. And we've been doing better this season. We've been doing better than that. So, but it does get me hopeful that now that we've kind of wrapped up this segment, I'm excited for the next 2 episodes.
I agree with that. And what's not quite fair is for anybody who watches Super TV Showdown, I feel like I don't rate this show on the same scale, because I also give a lot of our CW shows 7s.
But you're basing them on the
their
show that
own
it is.
show,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So my 7 on Titans is a different standard than my 7 on other shows.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And
Like Watchmen has its own scoring thing.
Yeah.
Titans has its own scoring thing.
because they're trying to do different
and then
stuff.
CW has a scoring
Yeah,
system.
yeah. CW show. I mean, maybe is it just too many shows? But you know what? If you want to know our opinions on all the CW shows, you can go to patreon.com/onlystupidanswers. That's where we do Super TV Showdown every week, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Roxy, Sam, and I discuss all the CW shows. When the Marvel shows come out, we're going to be talking about that stuff too. And all you have to do is as low as $5 a month, not like a week or anything, $5 a month. To check that out with us. And as we build up for Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is going to be insane.
Yeah, that's what I honestly just cannot wait for that. Like,
Agreed.
we've been waiting for that this season, but we've been waiting for that for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like that's a long time to invest
It's a
into
long
Crisis
time.
on Infinite Earths. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, go to patreon.com/onlystupidanswers. Roxy, where can they find you?
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer.
You can find me at DJ Talks Trash, and you can follow the podcast at Only Stupid Answers.
Yank out the vowels from stupid.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.